Now, this is a timeless random reading. It is a love reading. Yeah, so I do see somebody, well, it could be somebody coming to a home, somebody coming to visit, but it's also an energy of someone who's determined to succeed. So I see this energy of determined to succeed. It's a house, a home, a strong financial foundation. Yeah, some of you are definitely focused more on your success. You're definitely in control of your emotions. You're not being ruled by them. So this is an energy of, this is often a person who's single. They're stable. Someone who spends a lot of time at home. Someone who, focuses on work and home, their financial foundation. This is someone who's, kind of looking at the situation here. But it's a lot of you, the reason you're in this situation is you've taken your power back from someone. But I do feel there is possibility of somebody here around you that could be coming in, because we have the Queen of Pentacles looking at this. It's also an energy of yourself taking control. Yeah, you've got somebody here. You got somebody who's a little shy. Could be someone reaching out saying, hey, are you home? I'm close by. We'll see what that's all about. It's funny how that popped into my head. It's a person who's a little shy and apprehensive. They're not so sure. Yeah, they're not really in an energy of how they feel at this point. But there's somebody who's showing some kind of interest. Yeah, see, it has to do with a fresh new start and opportunity. So some of you do have opportunities coming in. So what I feel like it's telling you, if you haven't dated in a long time and you've really been spending a lot of time at home, okay, focused on home, really staying grounded and being very practical and sensible here. Some of you even may be working from home. But I feel with this energy, it's yourself, you be in control of your own life here too. But I really feel like you've got there's a little Cancer energy here. It doesn't have to be, it's just somebody coming in. Somebody who kind of swoops in out of the blue. So could be someone in your neighborhood or your building. Okay. Yeah, there we have. So we have someone who's someone's in their feelings a little bit here. So this is somebody here kind of fantasizing, romanticizing. So you can see they're a little shy here or a little unsure. They're not really sure how they feel. But this is somebody who could be an offer, an invitation. Okay. It could be somebody reaches out, hey, do you want to go for a cup of coffee, or you're home? So you might know who this is. Or they're, like I say, somebody who maybe drives by your house. They're in your neighborhood. We'll see how that goes. Interesting. But yeah, that Seven of Cups is somebody kind of, fantasizing and romanticizing. They're about to make some kind of choice here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, some of you have had a tough time in your love life. I feel like you're staying in control. You're not being ruled by your emotions here. So I really like that. You're in top form that way. I do feel some of you are ready for love again. You definitely are. But I feel here you're, like I say, this is a person who's sacrificed a lot here. Someone who's definitely been hurt in the past. I can see the energy. It's been an uphill battle. But you are, like I say, there is opportunity. This is telling you there are opportunities around you here. So I feel like there's somebody here who's going to communicate here. A cup of coffee, it's a start of something. Yeah, it has to do with somebody putting in some kind of effort. But some of you are just focused on your money, focused on money here because you've had a tough time in your love life. You're staying in control. You're trying to control your emotions. You're not, you're definitely an emotional person, somebody who's emotionally ready. I feel some of you are just kind of getting yourselves ready here for love. Yeah, you've been working a lot, I feel, focusing a lot on work. Yeah, some of you a little bit tired here. But I'm going to tell you about this energy. You may not be so sure about this. You might not feel this is someone your type, and that could be the issue. You may have options, but there's nobody that's your type, that you're interested in. But I don't know about this person, because often the Prince of Cups is someone who's, they're interested, obviously, because they're going to reach out. It's like, you want to go for a drink, a cup of coffee, or are you home? Or where do you live? Often this is someone who reaches out and kind of fishes for info. They kind of want to know what's going on. Yeah. Like I say, there's options here, but some of you may feel this isn't someone who isn't your type. Okay, you may not be interested. But this is also, with this energy for this person, they're not really sure how they feel at this point. This is often a person who wants to reach out, and they're often a little afraid of being rejected. So this is where I feel it kind of gets interesting. Let's have a look at this, this power. See, it has to do with somebody here making some kind of a move. See, it's about making a power move. Yeah. Ooh, we have an Empress energy. Some of you are in that Empress energy. You've mastered the elements of the Queens here. I do feel like you're open to offers, opportunities. Very nice. I like it. This is somebody keeping their life in balance here. See, some of you are ready for love. You are emotionally mature, ready, available. But like I say, there's just, you've got options around you here. You might even be unaware that you do. But there's this person here. Little fantasizing and romanticizing. What does this Prince of Cups want? Yeah, this is somebody here. It could have to do with work. This is someone kind of taking their time. It is often baby steps. But it really does look like you've got a person here who's kind of assessing the situation. They're not moving very fast. They're assessing it. They want to offer you this. They want to get something going. And but like I say, they're kind of fishing for info. And they might want to know if you're seeing anyone, if you're available. But I do think it's someone who's sometimes a little hesitant because they feel like you're probably going to reject them. You might just not be interested. They don't know, basically. But it's also someone who doesn't want to miss an opportunity here, but they're assessing the situation. So I like it. You know, they're kind of taking a little pause, checking things out. This is someone who could be checking you out in your neighborhood or maybe even at work for some of you. Could be somebody you've worked with before. It's possible you know this person. But I feel this is, I mean, obviously if they're going to ask if you're home, you likely know them. I get the vibe that you might know who they are, but they may not be your type. I don't know. But I feel here with this, this is someone taking a little pause, looking at things from a different, see, someone's looking at this from a different perspective. You might have other options. You might not be interested. See, they're assessing. So, yeah. This is the person checking things out here, just taking a little pause, having a little look around. Yeah, see, they see opportunity. This is someone who knows a good thing when they see it. They see this, but it's also whether you are seeing someone else or maybe other people, they don't know. So there's the energy. This is somebody who's definitely, they're acknowledging something here. See, they see opportunity, the skills. They see you as somebody who has a lot of skills. You're very capable. But I feel this is someone trying to build up their confidence here too. Yeah. And I do feel they want to go down this path. It's energy, you know, with somebody. I feel they're going to reach out and go like, hey, do you want to do something? That kind of energy. And I feel that's how they're likely going to reach out. They could be in your neighborhood, like I say, or someone you worked with, or if you carpool or, pick people up, drive people to work, it could be somebody in that situation as well. But you never really know. Let's have a look at the Queen of Cups, what it is that you want here. Yeah, so some of you are definitely taking lessons you learned from the past. It has to do with people putting in effort. I do see travel, commuting back and forth to work, but I feel this is an energy of just I feel this is an energy of things calming down. Some of you have been working a lot. Things may be calming down now too. So you may be a little interested in here and, getting to know someone. But I do see travel, maybe a vacation. Some of you have been working a lot too. You're kind of burnt out a little bit, a little drained. You may be thinking of taking a trip, but I got a funny feeling it may be this person. They want to do something with you. This is somebody who wants to do something, want to spend some time. They want to do things. But they're going to reach out and ask you, what you're doing here. But they're looking at this situation carefully. They want this to be successful. So, but they see opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it. Yeah, they want to ask you out. As they assess this situation, see, they're starting to build up their confidence, and you can see they want to ask you out. I feel they want to go for a drive, take a trip. Hey, do you want to do something? Go. They just want to do something with you. They want to spend some time with you. That's what I feel. Some of you may not be so sure, but I do feel this could be someone in another community. I feel it's more than likely a trip or a drive, but it's often somebody who wants to see somebody. They want to come and see someone. And, like I say, it could be just spending time together, but they are definitely sort of wanting to explore this a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're kind of looking at this, but unsure. So I think this is somebody who's been a little worried about being rejected. I feel a lot of that's to do with this other person, but we'll see if this is someone your type. Yeah, let's have a look at this for us. Could be someone who, some of you could have someone who feels they missed an opportunity before because they were a little too shy or they were focused too much on their own work. Some of you could be missing opportunities because you're focusing on your own work too much. Your house, your home, you're just kind of a homebody. So it's really about being open, right? It's about being open, being available. And that's what I feel is going to happen here, because this is the birth of something new here. Yeah, you've got a King of Swords energy. Now, this is someone who speaks truth. So there's truth. This person's honest and open. Now, I'm going to be honest. This could be, somebody where you have missed an opportunity because they maybe took too long or focused on work too much. But it's somebody here, and it's often sometimes a person who's quite strict, a lot of self-discipline. But this is someone who's been doing a lot of thinking here. And I do feel there is an energy of reject. Maybe somebody ignored you or they feel like you're going to ignore them. But it's often a person who feels they've missed an opportunity. Yeah, this is someone who was choosing their battles. They've been thinking things through. So this is someone you got a person, someone here you haven't probably heard from for a long time. You might know who it is. But it's definitely somebody who's gone through a lot of change. Focus a lot on money, a lot of growth. I do see change for the better. Now, it doesn't mean it's this person, but there's change coming. It could be someone coming back around, but it could be somebody who's moved on from another person. So they could be just someone in a social circle, someone that you know. Now, it has to do with something to do with building, putting in the effort. Now, it could be somebody who didn't put enough effort in before. It's possible. Yeah. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. This is someone thinking things through, choosing their battle. See, it's like the one that got away energy. Yeah, you got or it's just a crush. This is often the person who's in a crush. Like they want to get going. They don't want you to get away. Some of you could have actually a few things going on here. Something here feels like it's not revealed yet. I know I get this vibe. That it has to do with taking someone on a date or going out. So I really feel it's someone who wants to do something with you. They want to do things like, reaching out, you want to hang out, you want to do something. It could be someone who's just bored. Often that's the end. And some of you could be bored too. You could be kind of feeling bored and, maybe thinking about yourself, thinking of taking a trip, going somewhere, doing something. Yeah, it's sort of like things are up in the air here. I just get that vibe. But this is a crush. This is someone here who's probably been crushing on you for a while. It's possible you're not even aware of it, but I do feel some of you possibly know. But it's like they've been kind of hanging around. So I don't know if they, been checking you out here, but it's telling you to look at this from a different perspective. There's been some sort of energy of this pause, hanging around. So tell me about the Hanged Man. It's more than likely this person. Maybe they have a little Pisces in their chart. Yeah, this is someone definitely wanting to offer you this cup. This is someone cup runneth over with emotion. They really, they want this. They want to give you this. This could be someone who's ignored you before, but I feel it's more like a sense of someone who's bored. They want to do something. So it's kind of an excuse in a way, like, hey, I'm bored. I got nothing. I want to do something. That's what I feel. It's just like an everyday kind of feeling. It's a crush. It's somebody who's longing for love. See, it's about investing. See, it has to do with someone waiting for the right time. This is someone who's been kind of patient here, kind of waiting for the right opportunity. I don't know if this is someone who drives by your home. I mean, it could be an acquaintance or someone, It's kind of interesting. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Because this is about travel, movement. It could be someone from another community. Yeah, it could be it could be long distance, someone who's bored, they may feel like they're tired from working. They could reach out and go, hey, can I come and visit? So that's why I do definitely feel some of you know who this is. Oops, that come popping out. Yeah, look at that. There's something new. I was just about to point at the house and this card come out before I could even get it out of my mouth. Oh yeah, there's something significant going on here. It has to do with the start. See, it's open. Some of you are ready for something new. Yep, you are. But I feel like you're at home a lot. I definitely see some of you are kind of happy where you're at, though. This is the thing where you're kind of looking at things yourself, possibly, in this energy of, because Because I'm seeing somebody, maybe some of you even have a new house, new home, or you've started a new work at home. But there's a lot of happiness and joy. I feel like you are open to new, though. Like, I mean, the Queen of Cups is here. Somebody longing for love. Some of you maybe really would like to have love. But like I say, there may be nobody that you're interested. There could be a lot of options, and you're just not finding anyone who's compatible. So yeah, we have a single person. Someone who looks out for themselves, takes care of themselves. I feel some of you are looking pretty good here. Definitely a sensible, practical person. Yeah, I feel some of you are kind of going through that emotional energy of just getting ready, maybe to get yourselves out there again. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you kind of have everything you need. So you have everything but love. But I feel it's the same with this person. But boy, they're apprehensive. Yeah, see a lot of you working from home, just working around your home, doing things, maybe even working out. You know, I'm seeing something really, really good for the feminine energy. But I see this could be a new person coming in. You have someone new in your neighborhood? Someone who's just sort of assessing, checking things out here? Tell me about the world. You got change coming. You definitely have change coming here. Oh yeah, this is somebody ready to manifest. So this is someone who's has all the tools, the information, everything they need. But this is also an energy of someone looking at what, you know, someone brings to the table, the skills. So you've got a person who's interested, definitely. They know a good thing when they see it. But I do feel it's really an energy of someone who's kind of been doing a lot of thinking, analyzing the situation. They're probably someone who analyzes too much. Because it's almost like they want to ask you out, and they kind of, you know, get into their head, and 1 minute they're, you know, I'm just going to go for this, and then the next minute they kind of get into those emotions, and they just kind of wait patiently. Maybe they just feel like the time is never right, or they can't seem to get your attention or something here. This person's, you know, gathering up the tools, the information. They also have everything they need but love. But like I say, this is about two people coming together here. Yeah, this is someone pride maybe getting in the way. Oh my goodness. Some of you definitely aren't chasing after anyone right now. I feel like you're just like homebodies doing your own thing. It's work and home. And generally I feel like you're happy, but I really feel like you're, you know, feeling ready. You're feeling ready here. Now this Six of Wands is someone who's kind of planning, preparing for success. But it's somebody who, definitely a person who takes pride, you know, but they may see that with you, someone who takes pride in things. That's why I feel like some of you, there's someone around your neighborhood or someone that you know. You may feel like they're not your type. So, but I really feel like this is someone that wants to do something. I feel a lot of this energy. And some of you too, you're bored. All you've been doing is working. It's, you know. But the Queen of Cups is often someone who just wants to have friends. Maybe some companionship. So that's what I feel, sort of this companionship, company, do something together, kind of hanging out. You know, do you want to hang out? Do you want to do something? That's what I feel this person's thinking. They're strategizing here, most definitely. And they are waiting for the right time. Like, this is someone who's been kind of patient. They could be planning something. Could be a trip, you know. Do you want to come along? Could be just a drive, because I find this interesting here. I don't know, maybe you drive by this person's home, or they drive by your home. Yeah, see, there's definitely a spark and an attraction. Definitely, they find you attractive. I love this energy, though, because I do feel, I don't know if you've checked each other out, you know. Little spark here. But it's definitely someone who finds you attractive. Yeah, they're a little worried you're not interested, or you won't find them attractive. That's what it is, I feel here. This is a little insecurity. But I think this person's going to step up their game here. And I feel they're, you know, it's an energy where they're just going to come in and do it and ask you out here. Now, it could be somebody who comes into your workplace as well, for some of you. Yeah, look at that. See, this is somebody who sees you in a very positive light here. But this is also an energy of, some of you may have ended something with someone too. because I'm seeing that twice. But to me, it looks like kind of bored, you know. Neither one of you are finding anyone that you're compatible or you're interested in or you have anything in common. This is the thing. Finding someone you have something in common with. But yeah, I feel this person's a little worried. Not only are they worried, it's almost like this person, that's how I felt. They want to kind of come in because they don't want to miss some sort of opportunity here. And it's possible maybe they already have. But to me, it looks as though they feel like you might not find them attractive or be interested in them in the same way. The Four of Cups can mean a lot of things, but it definitely looks like someone who's in their head kind of thinking, wanting to rush in and go for it, and then they just kind of, don't do it. They don't. But the cycle's ending, a windfall of abundance. You seeing things in a favorable light here. It's telling you I feel it's like kind of saying to give this a chance here, because, yeah, I see somebody kind of waiting. Some of you are just waiting for the right person. You're just kind of doing your own thing. But this is also an energy of some sort of expansion, a situation coming to fruition here. Tell me about this Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Yeah, this is someone who wants to reach out. So, yeah, somebody here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone that you know. I really am starting to feel it more and more. Someone who ignored you, maybe rejected you or something in the past, or vice versa. They want to reach out. They're hoping you reciprocate. They're hoping you kind of feel the same here, but they are prepared to be rejected. This is someone who might have come across as a little cold. Now, why would this person come across as cold? I mean, they could be just somebody who has a strict schedule routine. This is often a structured person, very structured to do with their work. That's why I feel someone's been working a lot themselves, feeling kind of tired. It's time for a break. I wouldn't be surprised if this person says, hey, you want to do something? Yeah. I say they're in their head doing a lot of thinking here. Yeah, they want to connect. They definitely want to connect here. But like I say, it's opportunity, waiting patiently. Definitely there's a crush and a longing. So if it is somebody that you know and they're at a distance, like I say, they might just want to come and visit and come and see you. Yeah. Who are they, though? Because it's like I say, they could really be anyone at this point. Let's have a look at this King of Swords. Yeah, so this is someone tempering their passions, tempering their thoughts, just kind of being calm. Yeah. I feel this is somebody, I don't know if this is somebody you've been trying to avoid. Have you been trying to avoid this person, or they feel that way? Because it has to do with this person reaching out, being generous. There's some sort of generous opportunity. But I feel this person feels that you may not find them attractive. But the interesting thing is they're just kind of, this is someone getting ready. See, they're kind of getting ready emotionally, mentally, their thoughts, see, crushing, taking this opportunity. So some of you, it's just someone who's crushing. You might know who they are. Can I say, 1 minute I can feel the energy, some of you know who this is. And others of you, it's just, you're aware of them. But like I say, you may not be interested. But it's saying it has to do with being kind of patient and looking at this situation. See, this is someone who knows. See, putting in the effort, and hoping something pays off. Now, they may want to come visit. They may want to give you a little gift. This is often a person who shows somebody they like them. Shows somebody they like them, and then they kind of wait to see if it pays off. You know, a little bit of a shock surprise. Some of you may not know. Like I say, something sudden. This is a tower coming down. Ooh, you could have a little gift. This could be somebody giving you a little gift too. But if you have a person who comes into your workplace and they kind of come and they go and they kind of, maybe you've checked each other out here. Yeah, look at that. See, some of you aren't, it's a little bit of that acting aloof, not so sure if you're interested. The Queen of Pentacles is a person who, like I say, as soon as I said work, so they could come into your workplace. Or they're watching you work around your home too, driving by. But this is someone who's kind of looking at this. See, you're not sure what to think here. I feel like you're acting aloof. Are you ignoring? Are you avoiding this person? Looks like you're kind of avoiding, making maybe eye contact. Like that's what I feel, seeing eye to eye, avoiding eye contact. Is it yourself that's shy here? Is that yourself that's feeling shy? Because I'm starting to wonder here. Oh. If you haven't dated in a long time, yeah, you can start to get a little bit shy. It doesn't matter who you are. But, oh, I see what's going on. You might not see this coming. Yeah, this is someone who's been curious about you. They're learning something. See, they want to know. They're gathering up info, the tools. See, they're in their thoughts here. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, this whole reading just took a complete turn. I mean, look at that, the tower, sudden. This person is going to give you a gift or flowers or do something nice to show you they like you. It's a little bit of a shock, a surprise here. Oh yeah, see, this is energy of someone approaching someone. Has to do with choosing. See, some of you, I do feel like you've left something behind. You've moved on from somebody. You may be avoiding them. But this may not be the same person for some of you too. Ooh, this reading's getting more fascinating all the time. What is this person learning with the curiosity? Yeah, see, they're learning something. Maybe your schedule routine when you come and go, like, they're curious. They want to know. If this is somebody around you, they've been really, this is doing things by the book too. But it's about learning. See, your schedules, your routines. They want to know things about you. Maybe your history. Maybe you have a history with someone here too. Because this isn't, the Hierophant is about two people being on the same page. Your habits, lifetime, your schedules, routines. It could be someone just reaching out, wanting to know what your schedule is. Or they know your work schedule and they show up at your work. Pay attention to that. If you are unaware, it's possible you don't even know because you're focused on work, you're doing other things. So you may be missing an opportunity with someone. This is about missing an opportunity. Some of you definitely have. But this is definitely somebody going to make a play here. It's the energy of being unapproachable too. See, some of you are a little unapproachable. They want to approach, like I see, will this pay off? They want to invest. Oh, yeah, see, look at that. See, it's a workplace or a place where you go, maybe where you socialize, routine, schedule. Someone's looking at schedules here. And the way they see the way you conduct yourself. They see a Queen of Pentacles. They like what they see, whether you know them or not. Some of you definitely do. The more I look at this. But others of you, like I say, it's a curious person learning about you, your schedules, routines, when you go to work, when you go home, or just when you're at work. I don't want you to think they're a stalker, because I don't get the stalker vibe. It's, you can look at it any way you want, but this is a stable person. This is about feeling safe and secure, making you feel safe. But this is a person who's very stable. They see you this way. They want to connect. Now, I feel they're going to ask you out. Some of you, it's going to be going out for dinner. So they may reach out and ask you your schedule. Now, this is a lot to do with, lifestyle and habits, routines, structure. This person is quite structured. I feel there's a lot of self-discipline. They may see you that way too. So very interesting. Some of you definitely, they've checked you out at your workplace. They're going to make a move here. They're definitely going to make a move. I feel like they're going to take you out. They can be very generous, like sparing no expense. I feel they want to go on a trip or go somewhere or take you out for dinner. A nice restaurant, possibly, wining, dining. See the romance. Somebody with romantic thoughts. Being more romantic. They're definitely in that energy. But I feel what they're going to do is say, do you want to just do something together? Yeah, they're definitely wanting to connect. This is somebody who wants love. They want to form that bond. They want to come together. Oh, they got love on their mind. Oh, my gosh. Some of you got this choice. See, there's that choice where some of you are moving away. You're disconnecting from someone. You've moved on. Some of you maybe have moved and relocated because I do see a new house, a new home, a new place to live, a fresh start. So there you go. Boy, this was an interesting read. That tower, as soon as that tower hit, everything just turned around. Everything just kind of turned around. This person could change your world. There's change coming. And I do feel it's a person focusing a lot on their success, but they're planning, preparing, hoping for the best. So this person's kind of internally building themselves up to reach out. They totally see the possibility you could reject them. So they're preparing for that. That's what they're doing. They're preparing with with temperance, but they're tempering their passions, emotions. I feel they're someone who's mature. So how does this person see the viewer? Let's see, they see the Queen of Pentacles, definitely. They see someone emotionally mature, available, someone who's kind and compassionate. Very nice. Yeah, see, something to do with driving a vehicle, but somebody who's very much in control of their emotions. See, they know this is someone who's kind of in charge of their own feelings, emotions, but they also see someone who's focused on being successful. Some of you are more focused on your financial success and your love life, but that's about to change because this person's coming in. Oh my gosh, yep, they are definitely. And like I say, it's an energy of this is someone just kind of patiently waiting for the right opportunity here. And they're going to offer you something and they're hoping it pays off. Like they're feeling more hopeful. But it's funny with the Knight because it's like 1 minute they're like, I should just probably give up on this and, move on here. But then the next minute they're in their head because it's obviously someone who's in their head about you here. Yeah, they're definitely someone who's been planning, preparing ahead. Thinking ahead here. See, they're looking at how it could all play out. They're definitely prepared for a rejection. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Pay attention to if you work in the service industry or a place where you serve people, because that's often this Queen of Cups is someone who often serves. So it could be if you work in a restaurant or anywhere where you serve people, where you do things for people. This is someone who's checked you out. They're coming in to take control. See, they're going to just swoop in here. I'll tell you, this person's stable. They're grounded. They're very practical. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's, some of you, it could be someone who's a boss. Yeah, I mean, I really feel it's just like, I love that the Hierophant's here. Because I feel like this person's learned a lot, like they've been learning something here about you. And even, like I say, this is someone who knows themselves. They know what they want. They know what they like. And they definitely are. But they are somebody who's longing for love here. So, and if this is somebody that is coming back around after a long period of time, like I say, and for some of you it could be. So just stay in control of those emotions here. Okay, yeah. Saying to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. So there it is, that some Pisces energy. It's just sort of keeping. I feel like you're keeping it all in. Some of you are in a very private energy. I feel this energy of being private. Just keeping things to yourself. Sticking to yourself. But I feel like you're going to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. Some of you know this person or you are aware. I do see being aware and then acting possibly a little aloof. But oh my gosh, you're going to become very aware with that Tower. See, here they coming down here. They're moving, making a move. They're coming in, cooperating, compromising. I feel they want to do things. It's companionship. It could be just company. To be honest, this could be just somebody who wants your company, to accompany them somewhere, drive a trip, go somewhere. It looks like something simple, nothing really major. Because it looks like they've been planning something here. Yeah, so it's like company companionship, and this could actually go somewhere. So it's saying to give this person a chance here. Some of you have several opportunities. There's definitely several opportunities for some of you, but definitely I can see you thanks but no thanks to someone. So I don't know who it is, but like I say, it's saying to kind of give this person a chance here because I feel like you could have a lot in common. The two of you talking, communicating, seeing eye to eye, this could turn into love. You might even have somebody who, there's a history here where, they've been waiting a long time, crushing on you. They could actually already be in those feelings. This is just insane. This is such, and the sun is right here just shining down on everything. So it doesn't matter who you are. The Queen of Pentacles is that person who's been single for some time, focusing a lot on work, their home, grounded, sensible person. So some of you definitely are, feeling pretty happy, positive, but I feel like you're ready for something new. I feel like if you have moved or relocated recently too, you could be just new in the neighborhood and someone's very curious about you. So I'm wishing you the best. Okay, pay attention to the signs, the signals, things going on around you, and we'll see you soon.